We good?
Nah.
Yeah. Alrighty. What's up? My name is Marcus Nanlao. This is Tamoy Price, my brother Kay Nanlao, and my friend Enoch Opong. Behind the camera is my friend Ariel Jr. Demenden. I thought it was a good idea to maybe record something, kind of like a little podcast type thing. I don't know. I didn't really come into this with like a whole idea on how I want it to be. I just kind of in my head thought, okay, let's just sit down and talk about it. As you all may know, on November 13th, I am running 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. The reason why I decided to do this was for men's mental health. As you all know, November is the month of Movember. Typically, Movember was known for like prostate cancer, testicular cancer, but now it's kind of evolved into a men's health type thing, and men's mental health is men's health. So yeah, all donations, all proceeds go towards Movember Canada. Donate whatever you can. If you can't donate, that's fine. Just please share the link, share the GoFundMe link, share my Instagram posts. These guys have it all on their social media as well. If you follow them, please share it with them. If you want to come out for the runs, you don't even have to run. You can walk. You can walk a mile of it. You don't have to walk or run the full 4 miles. Any support is greatly appreciated. Yeah. So kind of why I wanted to do this was it kind of starts with sitting down and talking about it. You know, I feel like when we're talking about mental health, not a lot of people take the time to sit down and actually talk about it. So I feel like this is like a good representation of like, you know, like us kind of doing that.
Facts.
Maybe we can inspire other people to sit down and talk about their own issues. But yeah, no, I've had my own experiences with mental health, obviously. Like I feel as though everyone in this room probably has, to be honest. Yeah, like recently I was found out I suffer from OCD. That's like one of the main reasons why I decided to do this. And it was very weird when I first like had like, I don't know, I guess you could say signs of OCD was when I was like 17, 18. I remember it was an ex-girlfriend at the time. She's the one who kind of noticed it in me. We were eating dinner and she saw me like fiddling around with like forks and stuff. And she like asked me, she's like, why are you doing that? And I was like, I don't know, it just like feels right, you know? Like, I didn't know what it was at the time, right? I was like, oh, it just feels right to do. And then I remember she looked at me and she's like, I think you have like OCD. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of just like didn't really talk about it, just let it go away. I didn't think it was anything that serious, to be honest. And then as the years went on, it got so much worse. Like me doing nothing got so much worse. Like now at this point in my life, like that was like when I was 17, 18. Now like there's always something I do in my daily routine that's like, I guess you could say is OCD related. Like a big thing that I do is like flicking on and off my lights repeatedly until it feels good. I'm not even joking, bro. Like it's fucking, it's weird, bro. Like, and I know I'm weird. Whenever I have people over or whenever people see me do this, like when I met my roommate for the first time, like I told him, I'm like, yo, just like a forewarning, this is what I do. So if you hear me do it, I promise I'm not a weirdo. Like I know it's weird. I physically cannot stop myself from doing it. Like I just can't. I have to like close their doors a certain type of way. I have to walk on the street a certain type of way. Like I'm not joking, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
No cap, I'm like that still.
yeah. So like it's like a lot of people think OCD is like you're a clean freak, and to some degree, like there are like cleanly aspects that I feel as though I need. Like there are things I feel as though I need to do in terms of a cleanly aspect, like making my bed every morning. That I have to do. But it's not entirely that. It's just like I have these impulses to do things, and if I don't do them, then I tell myself something bad's gonna happen to me or to like the people I care about. And like I've tried to ignore it before, but then like I have to go back and then I have to do those things until it feels right to me, and then I'll just feel like, you know, like okay,
You just feel like unsatisfied.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's I don't know, it's weird. I knew it was, I guess I knew, like, it was an issue, really, like, when I started to be, like, late for things and, like, it started to, like, affect my, like, daily, like, routine, like, yeah, 'cause, like, for work, especially, like, I started noticing, like, if I didn't do this, take this long to do it like this, I could have been, like, on time for this, things like that, so, yeah, no, it's,
Like you feel like you focusing on like these certain things is like hindering you progressing throughout life.
not, like, I don't know, like, I'm young still, like, so I still have, there's still.
Well, not through like life, but like throughout like.
Through my daily life, yeah, like,
Yeah,
of course,
through
like,
your
it's,
daily
like,
life,
and
yeah.
that's, like, yeah, that's when I realized, like, wow, this is actually kind of serious, like,
Yeah, like
yeah.
if it got worse or like more serious.
yeah, like, it could get, I think it's pretty serious now, to be honest. It could get more serious, like, sleeping at night, too, is really bad. Like, if I don't sleep a certain type of way, like, I just won't, like, sleep. Like, I've sleeping pills to, like, help me sleep, but, like, my doctor knows this, and, like, it helps with the anxiety and stuff, and just, like, kind of just knocks me out. But, yeah, like, nah, like, I can't sleep properly because of it. It's messed up, bro. Yeah, it's messed up. But, yeah, no, like, it was weird, like, I feel as though maybe if I did bring it up sooner, maybe maybe I could have,
There's some progression.
I could have combated it sooner, or
Yeah.
could have got some help sooner. But, like, now I'm taking the necessary steps. I'm I don't know. I don't think I'm the best person to ask for advice on this, because I am taking certain steps to kind of, like, get
But you're learning to, like,
somewhat
live with
better,
it.
huh?
You're like learning to like live
Yeah,
with
like,
it.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think I've come to accept that, like, this is gonna be a part of my life, like, and I don't know. I don't want to say I'm used to it, because I'm not. Because I still do get frustrated sometimes. Like, I just get so mentally drained sometimes from doing these things. But, yeah, I've just come to, like, accept, like, this is gonna be a part of me for the rest of my life, and there's only certain things that I can do to help cope with it, make it better. I don't know if that's the right approach to it. That's the approach I'm taking. Again, I'm still new to this whole thing.
Of course.
Like, I don't know. I'm open to some suggestions on how I could combat my condition. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, okay, do you remember when I told you guys about it for, like, the first time, like, at dinner? It was me, you, Kev, Mikal, and Jody. And I remember, like, I was crying at the table, bro. No cap. Yo, because I was scared, man. Like, I was like, I don't tell my family too much about, like, that's not bad mouth to my family. Like, I know I can tell them anything. It's just I'm a very reserved person.
Well, like,
I think my whole family kind of knows that about me. So, like, it took a lot for me to say that to them. Yeah, no,
it's a tough thing to talk about, because there's, like, a lot of stuff that I personally, I don't really. It's not even just a matter of family per se. It's just a matter of just people in general, because there's still as much as mental health is kind of a thing that is now being talked about a lot more, there's still a stigmatization about actually talking about it, because there are plenty of people who you wouldn't even know suffer from mental health, but they just feel they can't talk to people about it because they think it's frowned upon. Which, by the way, if you are suffering in any way, shape, or form, talk to your friends, your family, talk to your doctor, talk to anyone, because I promise you, whatever you are going through, people would like to help you.
And, like, yeah, like, again, that's a good point too. Like, even if you don't, like, talk to someone, or if you feel as though talking to people doesn't help, because I know that's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes talking to people. Like, again, I'm like that, and yes, telling my family did help. I did feel better once I told my family, but, like, also find your own ways to cope. Not healthy ways, by the way. Like, I'm not promoting substance abuse or anything. Also find healthy ways to cope. Like, if meditating helps you, do that. If burning sage helps you, do that. Going to the gym helps you, do that.
Walks.
I feel as though, like, when you do suffer from, like, mental health issues, that's kind of what everyone says. Like, oh, just go tell people. Like, yeah, you could tell people, but then again, like, that may not do anything if those people don't care to listen, if those people don't care to help you.
But
Like, again,
how are
like-
they gonna help you too? You know?
Like, again,
Do
yeah,
they know
see,
how to
like,
help you?
Yeah, I don't know.
One thing I know now is my people are solid. So my man's got me.
Yeah, no, like-
my people them got me.
Yeah, especially in men too. Like I like how you said that. Like it's frowned upon. Like I don't think my condition is frowned upon. Like OCD. Like I don't think it's like I think I'm a weird guy for the things I do. Yeah, but I don't think it makes me different than this person and the next person or whatever. Like I don't know. I like how you did bring up how it's frowned upon, especially in men. It's definitely frowned upon. Like
Well, yeah, like the biggest thing that you hear about in terms of men is like if you tell them that you do have a problem, it's man up, which I think
Yeah.
is super insensitive.
no, yeah, because like from a young age we're just taught to like, you know,
That-
be the
that's
providers. Like we have to be strong for our future families, future wives, future children, even our current families. If you know you're the man of the house, like so you don't really get that time to just sit there and like let everything.
You
soak
don't get
in.
time to decompress. Like as someone who is like extremely busy nowadays, like having time to like sit with your own thoughts and like really evaluate your life, you don't get to do that. You don't really get to the time to like talk to people and like express how you're feeling emotionally. You kind of just zoom through life, especially like in the 21st century. We don't really sit together like as a collective and discuss like our feelings. Like that's always been kind of frowned upon, like again, like from a young age. It's been instilled in us, like don't talk about your feelings, don't show weakness, like be the provider and just show like the essence of being a man.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what has been shown throughout the years
It's-
of growing up with us.
And it's crazy because it's not even like you go out of your way to do these things. It's just kind of like a subconscious thing because of how we were again
Society's
brought up.
expectation, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
how
it's
we
a
were
big.
brought up.
I think it's especially like I'm not saying us more so than others, but I feel as though like certain families are actually better with it. I'm not knocking families who aren't. I'm just saying like specific cultures are better with it. Like for example, we're West Indian. West Indian parents, they're like, nah, we don't. You know, like a
We
lot
don't
of them
have
are like,
Buck up.
yeah, like
We
we're like,
don't
well, what's
have that.
mental health? Like what's this? What's
Yeah.
depression? What's
Yeah.
what's OCD? What's this? Just like, you know, like a lot. Like I'm not knocking West Indian parents. My mother's West Indian. My mother is very open. She very open with her mental health struggles, and I can tell her anything about my own mental health struggles. So I'm not saying I'm not knocking West Indian parents at all, but like certain cultures are like more like open to the discussion. Other cultures aren't. I don't know if that's ignorant of me to say. I do apologize if I do come off ignorant. I'm not trying to sound ignorant in any way. But yeah, no, like it's just, yeah, I definitely understand what you, like I definitely agree with what you guys are saying because I've personally seen it too. Like even not just with my struggles, but with like other people's struggles as well. Like I don't know if you guys know this trend on TikTok. You guys like know what corecore is?
No.
Corecore.
I'm not on TikTok, so
Yeah. So corecore is like it's like a I don't really know how to describe it. If you know what corecore is, you know. But I remember you guys know that UFC fighter Paddy Pimblett. I forget his name. Paddy the Baddy. That's his nickname.
Oh, the guy with the bowl cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Errol, you know him. Yeah, Errol knows him. Yeah, no. There was like a clip of him that was like so viral, and it was just like men just kill themselves and like nobody cares, and like bro, that is so facts. That's so really nobody really does care, bro. It's crazy, man. And I remember the first time I saw it wasn't a corecore like video. That's why I bring up corecore. And then I remember I watched the full interview after, and he was bringing up a lot of points. And even then, like people still, I don't know. Even after that, like clip went viral, I don't even think it really gained that much, that much awareness to.
Yeah, there wasn't much
to
attention
mental
brought to it
health.
because again, like you're the only person who really recognized like core and like what he talked about. Like none of us actually have seen that clip. Like we have no idea.
No, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Bro. I don't know. Maybe you guys haven't. I don't know. You guys have definitely seen it before. I'm telling you, like it
I've
was so
seen that
viral.
clip. I know
Yeah.
exactly what clip you're talking about. I just don't know what core is.
I don't know. How am I gonna sit here and tell you what you've seen, what you haven't seen?
No, that's
That's
yeah.
so weird. That's so weird. But yeah, no. Also, if you see them holding their phones like this, it's just for mic purposes. All right, Kate and I are mic'd up, but Tamoy and Enoch are just using their phones.
Also mic'd up just in case.
Yeah, Ariel's supposed to be talking, but he decided to be behind the camera. He's camera shy.
Might need that.
Mic'd up.
It's okay.
I'm camera shy.
Camera shy, man.
Bro, yo, I was gonna say, I'm also camera shy, but you know, I'm still.
Yeah. Another thing I also wanted to touch upon too, and it was actually before we recorded this. Tamoy went live on TikTok. Follow Tamoy Price. What's your TikTok? Plug your TikTok.
I think it's just Tamoy Price.
Okay, whatever. That doesn't matter. Tamoy went live on TikTok, and then we were explaining to his TikTok live viewers what the reason why we're shooting this. And somebody in the comments said, women's mental health is important too. Yeah, I know that. Like, I'm not trying to downplay women's mental health in any type of way. I just, from my personal experience, and I feel as though a lot of people can agree, that when you speak about mental health, it's more associated with women. I'm not trying to, I apologize if that offends anyone. I'm not trying to come off ignorant in any way again. It's just when you think of mental health, it's typically associated with girls. Like when you think of depression, you think of women. When you hear about suicide, you mainly hear about girls killing themselves than men killing themselves. When you hear about people being depressed, you mainly hear about women being depressed rather than men being depressed.
Even like self-harm, like it's mostly
self-harm is mostly associated with women. Yeah, so I'm not trying to be misogynistic in this event or anything. If that comes off misogynistic, I apologize. It's just I'm just doing this to gain awareness for men's mental health. Of course, I respect everyone's mental health struggles. I am not downplaying anyone's mental health struggles. I'm sure some women may agree, some women may disagree. I like that they brought that up too, though, because it's like in no way am I downplaying anyone's mental health struggles. It's just it's more talked about with women and it's more accepted with women.
It is.
Like mental health struggles. Yeah,
You know what it is? Because they're allowed to feel more of their emotions. Because again, like
it's
society.
not even just feeling it though. It's more like expressing their emotions
yeah,
with
fam.
each other.
As a man,
women,
bro.
women are seen as subjective. That's not that's just how kind of the world sees them. Look at us, 4 guys talking about girls as if we know girls.
We're
not
exactly
the right people to talk about the struggles of
Again,
women.
we don't know exactly what certain people go through.
Exactly. Everyone's walk in life is different.
Yeah, but we're just sharing from our perspective how we see it, and I really do believe that's also this also could be a good thing too for women's mental health as well, because girls just want to be seen as crazy, depressed, suicidal people. There's more to them than that. You know what I mean? What is the main thing that you hear about from a guy with an ex-girlfriend or something?
That shit was crazy.
This girl's crazy. She's depressed.
Yep.
She's insecure.
Yep.
That's girls don't want to be seen as that too.
No.
So I feel as though this could be a beneficial
thing for
for both parties. Yeah.
Exactly.
Again, if I did offend anyone with that post, and if I did come off as, just a woman hater or women don't have my support, as not the case. I 100% support everyone's mental health struggles. So.
Yeah, I think it's more just getting people to talk about it, men to even just talk about their mental.
Yeah, because as we were saying, it's just more accepted.
Once you get the discussion going within the men, I think women are already able to talk about how they feel. But if you can talk to even as a group, men and women, eventually we can all talk about how we're feeling, because it's all kind of the same but different, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I feel if you can talk about your experience from your point of view, then maybe you can find a collective of people that just want to they're in the same situation.
Yeah, everybody's experience is different, but it's just important to know that you are not alone out there. yeah, people care about you. People want better for you. Like, I promise you that. Yeah, like, you may think that you are alone, but you're never as alone as you think you are.
Trust me, someone that you know wants to listen to you.
I
Exactly.
like that you said that, though, that you're never alone, because the truth is you never truly are alone, but just because you're not alone doesn't mean you can't feel lonely.
That's true.
You could
yeah.
you could sit here and be around like
1,000
a
people.
bunch of people, and you
100%.
could still feel lonely. Like me personally, like, and I was aware of this from an early age, and like it's like I'm not knocking the people around in my life, but I've struggled with loneliness my whole life. From
Me
you
too.
guys, I've never even told you guys. I've only told like 2 people this in my life. Both of them were ex-girlfriends. Yeah, I struggled with loneliness my whole life, bro. Like, it's like I know it's really messed up. Like, I've been in the club, I've been out to social events, I've been surrounded by all these people, and I've felt so lonely. I'm not even joking. Like, for track, it's, again, I don't know if you guys know much about me, but in 2022, I won the U Sports National Championship for the 600 meters. Okay.
Pick up your boy, fam.
And I'm gonna be completely honest, that was like one of the most loneliest experiences of my entire life.
Wow.
You would think something that I've been wanting for so long would feel so good. And it did. I'm not gonna lie. It lasted for like maybe like a day, like maybe less than that.
That
But
is
afterwards, it made me feel so lonely, because not only did I have like so much pressure on me, because now I feel as though, okay, I need to perform, and just do all this. Like, it's just, I was just like, wow, like, that's it? Like, I did all this for that? And then, like, I felt as though I couldn't say anything to anyone. And then, like, I was like, okay, some people may not understand. And it just made me feel like more lonely.
Yeah, because like not a lot of people have been in that situation.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because I felt, you know, I've had my issues with loneliness way before. That just like made them worse, bro. Like, yeah, no, man, it's loneliness is very, it's not fun, man. Yeah, and I've been like, even in like relationships, like I'm not the most touchiest person, and like sometimes like I'm just not like, you know, I'm just like, oh, okay,
So,
cool. And they're like, yo, what's with you? I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I remember one time when someone from my past, they were just like, what's wrong with you one night? Cause I was just quiet, and I was feeling lonely, and I was like, oh, nothing, like, cause like really nothing was wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just I had one of those moments where I was like, oh, it's like one of those days. You know, like, it's one of those days. And I remember them, like, saying that to me, and I was, in my head, I'm thinking, like, even if something was wrong, like, what, like, how are you gonna, like, even if I told her what was wrong, sorry,
Yeah.
word that differently, how are you going to help me feel less lonely as of right now? So, I don't know, man. It's, apologize for the background noise. Someone's crying. This probably may be a good time, since we're going off on tangent. This is Popcorn. Say hi to Popcorn.
Man, popcorn's alright, but throw up a Piccadilly on there later.
that was screaming.
Throw up a Piccadilly on there, man. Shout out my little girl, Deely. She'll be 11 this year. Cute little cat.
11, eh?
Yeah, she's old,
My
man.
bad.
I guess I had it for a minute then.
Yeah, dude, old, bro.
Pets
no,
also
man.
help with mental health. Good segue.
Yeah, no, been dealing with loneliness my whole life. I probably will deal with it for the rest of my life, to be honest. Like, it's just how it goes sometimes. You have good days, you have bad days.
100%.
It's damn. I really never told no one like that.
That's the
before.
craziest
and
thing.
now, like, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, like, don't look at me any different, please.
Yeah.
No, never that stuff.
But no, like I've never like looked at you and like thought that you were lonely. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, nah,
from
bro.
like the way you live your life, you could never tell.
Yeah.
And
That's how it goes usually. Still.
like hearing you say this, it kind of just like sparked something in me where it's like I was the only boy within a household of women.
Yeah.
And
brother, me too.
that is the most isolating feeling in the world, especially as someone who I wasn't allowed to like really go outside and like
Right.
hang out with my friends and stuff like that. So I was condemned to isolation for the most part, and kind of like soothed that through like video games, and all I could do was play video games. I played video games my entire life, and hearing you talk about like how you felt isolated your entire life is like, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? Like other people feel the same way. Like some people feel lonely as well. Like there might be other people in the room, but they just can't, you don't feel like they can relate to you, and you don't feel like bringing that up and making that a topic of conversation within them.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I just want to say, I feel as though it's like, it's nothing my family did. Like, my family, I don't know.
No, it's not. It's nothing against
all
them.
my siblings. My mom's very open. My dad's very open. My parents are really chill. I don't think it's anything my family did. It's just, I don't know. I'm the youngest, so maybe that plays a role in it. I don't know, but like, I just like, I don't know. As early as I can remember, I've always felt like that. So I just feel like it's just who I am as a person.
Yeah.
To just feel that way. I don't know. So, I love you, Mom, Pop, Mikhail, Cam, Nahila, Cade, I guess.
No, I guess that's crazy.
Perla, Kellen.
Perla.
Yeah, no, you guys, it wasn't you guys who made me feel this way. I just feel as though this is how I always am. But yeah, no, you probably have a similar experience to Tamoy too, because you're
Brother, same situation. Just house full of women.
and you're African too, so you probably like,
Bro.
yeah, they probably lean on you for everything. Like, Enoch, go do this. Enoch, go do this.
Like Rachel and I, bro, like we do everything still. And even like same with tomorrow, even when I moved to Calgary and like I'm away from you guys, it was just like, bro, it was crazy. And then first of all, I'm even living in the city in Calgary. Then I moved to the countryside. So now it's just like there's nobody even around my age in my whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking to like farmers. Like, what am I really supposed to be doing out there?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Not for me. Going towards like the loneliness thing is again, not trying to dig up anything, any past things, but no, like growing up, specifically in a elementary school, moved to Oakville. Oakville's more of like a rich town, so going to school with like a lot of people who were like a lot more wealthy. You were kind of isolated in the sense that like you were treated differently because of where you grew up and kind of like your social status essentially. So it was always like my personal mission that like no matter what walk of life that you're from, like as long as we get along, like I don't care where you're from, what your past was, like you don't ever have to feel lonely, like ever, type of beat. And obviously like going back to Marcus's thing, like some people, like you feel lonely even when you're amongst people that you care about, and it's not something that you can control, but it's like, in regards to having people around you, I'd like to, kind of keep everyone like together type beat, so no one ever kind of feels
I like
isolated.
how you brought up like our like not living situation, I guess, but like how things were in,
Upbringing?
like, elementary, yeah. Cause me and Cade, I think my whole family, from a very like early age, we weren't poor or anything. We're not saying that. It's just we grew up in a predominantly like rich area. I'm not knocking Oakville people. This comes off so like
Yeah, let's say
anti,
it
like,
comes off pretentious.
I actually love growing up there. I just want to.
This is one of my favorite places,
Yeah, I
honestly.
actually love
Really,
growing
eh?
up there. I'll still go back happily. Like I may even move back and like have a family there. I'm just saying like the way it was like we lived in
It was us,
housing.
not them. Like,
yeah, we lived in housing, and like across the street there's like these like
$1 million houses,
$1 million
bro.
homes, like these big beautiful homes. So like from a very young age, maybe that could have attributed to my loneliness. But no, from a very young age I knew, cause my mom was a single mother, like, and me and Kay, we have a dad, but they weren't together, and he did help out, but like again, still being a single mother in a five, six children home is definitely a lot. Yeah, no. So I maybe that could have attributed to my issues today. I don't know. I also feel as though maybe it's good that we kind of went through that, because it shaped me into who I am today. Like now, like like I don't know, I'm doing. I feel as though we all are, but like I don't know about your two situations specifically, like, but speaking from Kate and I's perspective, like we're doing a lot better. Mikal, me, Cam, and Hila, we're doing a lot better. Like nobody thought we would be doing as well as we are today. I remember
doing I
remember when I got accepted to UFT, and my guidance counselor was just like so shocked, and like he was just like, what, like, because he like, I remember when I first went to his office too for like post-secondary selection, man was like, oh, maybe you should go to college.
You said the same thing to me.
And I was like, this was in like grade,
same thing to
like
me.
grade 10, grade 11, when you kind of like have those talks with your guidance counselor.
Yeah.
So I remember in grade 12, I like snapped. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna prove that nigga wrong.
I mean,
sorry for the language, but I was like, I'm gonna prove that guy wrong. And I snapped.
I had the same epiphany. I was like, I do not want this person to feel like they can dictate where my life goes. It's kind of like in Spider-Verse when he's like, oh, everyone keeps telling me how my story has to go. He's like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. That's what I did. And I remember I was hovering over, because I had taken university courses, and he's like, oh, well, maybe let's just try college. And I was like hovering over like the thing to apply, and like on college, and I'm like, nah. I was like, nah, I'm gonna apply for university. And I remember when I got accepted into York. I brought my acceptance letter, and I slammed that thing on the table. I
remember seeing him like after, and then he didn't say it specifically, but it was one of the teachers. I don't know, I forgot who it was, and they were just like they made like I can't quote them verbatim, like exactly what they said. It was something pretty much essentially what she said to me was like they're like she was proud of us, and like she didn't like expect us to do this well in life. That's not exactly what she said, but like pretty much that's like the point she was trying to make. Like, wow, like you guys are like doing really well. Like I'm proud of you guys. So yeah, no, that's kind of like a that's kind of like a ding moment. Like yeah, like you know, like got my get back. Yeah, I got my get back. Story. You know, so. Yeah, no.
It's probably
Popcorn just pooped in the corner, guys. In case you guys are wondering what we're all looking at.
Yeah,
so,
I noticed.
That's great. Wow, Popcorn. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come back into the podcast. I'm not gonna get you to sit down on me because I don't want poop on me, but.
I don't know what
he's
doing.
Well,
I don't know what he's doing right now.
Okay.
I think he wants to go out.
Yeah, I think he does want to go out. That's okay. We'll take him out shortly after this.
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, we're gonna pause it right here. Here we go. And then we're gonna deal with that, and then we'll record the second half. Alrighty, sorry for that little brief intermission there. We had to clean up Popcorn shit, but we're back now. You know, I was thinking, this is such a random thought, but I was thinking, what's the weirdest places you guys ever ever used a washroom?
I can't.
Yo, what's the weirdest place you guys ever used it? Yo, I have a true story. It's a true story.
I also have a true story.
And my whole family could tell it to you, but like when I was younger, I pooped in a cooler.
What?
No cap. It's fucked, bro. Like, I don't know why I did it. I don't even remember it happening, but like every event you'll go to, and like if Mikal ever wants to like talk shit about me, or like my mom wants to say something embarrassing, they'll always bring up this story. They I pooped in a cooler when I was younger. I remember one time, I pooped behind this tree, and I used the leaf to wipe.
That's wild.
Yo, I have so many funny stories, bro. Like that.
So funny.
I have so many funny stories like that, bro. I don't know, Popcorn.
I said on live too. That's crazy.
Popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know, you know. Yo, I can say mine because like I'm pretty open about mine, but I was like, yo.
No, I want to know what's the weirdest place you guys use the washroom? That ass.
For me, I'm normal still.
You're capping. He's capping.
How am I capping?
I'm trying to think.
You guys don't
lying,
even know,
bro.
fam. I'm such a like a germ freak, fam. Like I can't use the washroom if it's not my crib.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, I used
Like,
to be like that,
bro.
but yo,
Fam, like outside and stuff.
Fam, nah, I'll hold
Yo,
I'll hold that. No cap, I'll hold it, fam.
Like I was that bad to the point where it's like we used to go to summer camp. Like there was like away camp for 2 weeks, like in Muskoka.
Yeah.
I would hold my shit for 2 weeks.
Yo, dap me up because
For
I
2
was the
weeks.
same way.
No, I'm so serious when I say it was a solid 2
Bro,
weeks.
fam, man,
I
they're
did
backed
not.
up, fam.
I held it. I
I'm
went
fine
home
now.
and I was in there for like 4 hours.
Oh no! Alright, so it's my
On some real talk.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
On some real talk.
Nah,
Like I can't do it. I can't use a public
No
bathroom.
way, bro. Yo,
Can you now?
Some of y'all,
I can now.
Yeah,
I had to.
I'm
I had to
cured now.
adjust.
Yo, I have a tiny
I'm never
bladder,
adjusting. Are you
and I drink
crazy?
a lot of water. So like, I always have to use it whenever I'm out. I have to use the washroom like every 2 seconds.
Nah, like okay, taking a piss is like one thing, but like
Yeah, like taking a shit. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really use public washrooms to take shit.
Nah, I can't
Like
do it.
peeing is like whatever. too.
Yeah, if you use whatever.
But like, yeah, like I will shit outside before I like shit in a public
Like,
dirty ass.
Even at school, like in high school, I would go home and then come back to school.
Yeah, I can't remember. The amount of time I've taken like a high school poop is I can count on my hand.
Yeah,
It's very
3, and it was really bad. I had to go.
Yeah,
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero. I never sat.
Bro,
I never
did
sat
that,
in
I
that
did
stall.
that once. You can recognize who's like. There's a big gap on our high school. Where
Mod.
he was sitting there.
In the big stall?
Yeah.
Wait, which floor was it, the first, second, or third floor?
The first and second.
Second
Bro,
floor.
the
yeah.
second floor, I know what washroom we're talking about.
By
The
the
second
second floor, the
floor,
religion
'cause
classroom?
I've seen that washroom so many times, bro. And I'm like, man, I'm not trying to see this person take a shit.
Bro.
Those
are wild,
I need to
bro.
do something about that. What's up, man? You want to come
Bro.
back? Actually, maybe not. You can
At
stay.
my work bathroom, I literally like
Man, let it loose.
accessibility stall. Yo, I always go to that stall. I never go to the normal ones. I always sit in like the accessibility.
Those ones are comfy though, no cap.
Bro, it's so, obviously, like as someone who needed it, like, you know, I leave that, but no one is ever on my floor specifically. So I always just sit in that one because it's like, bro, my floor is dead. Monday to Friday, it's dead. So it's like, I always sit in that one, but that's so funny.
Yeah,
I could tell a story, but yo, I ain't gonna.
Lost. So you really have no stories like that, man?
I have one story, but this is what even made me stop doing it.
Okay.
Fam, so this is back in Morden, like grade 8 times. And so like if Mads went to Morden, you guys know there's the Breakfast Club. I know this guy knows, Shamar knows, Iverson knows. Iverson is the main perpetrator of this story.
Iverson's the
So
Shout out
it was
Iverson.
fam.
Shout out Iverson.
It was
my
like
guy Iverson.
I think after lunch or something, fam. I don't know what I ate. I had some rude combination, but fam.
Badness.
Combination. Combination.
Fam, I'm like, yo, my stomach's bubbling, fam. I'm like, yo, I gotta use the washroom. I go to the washroom, fam, and all I hear is, why,
I forgot about
A lot
that.
of people used to say that.
That was crazy.
fam? And so like, I'm just there. All I hear is why, and then Iverson's just like on the top watching. Like, he's a
No way.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro,
Iverson, if you remember the story, holla at me, fam. But
Bro.
nah.
No, wait. So no, hold on. Before you finish what you're saying, kid. So the man climbed up the stall to look over at you taking your shit.
No. Okay, so how our school was set up, right? We had like 3 stalls in the band's bathroom.
I didn't go to Morden.
So how he got in, he probably walked in through like one of the stalls, climbed on the
second
toilet,
one, yeah.
and then looked over.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't want to expose anyone in high school, but we're in like the locker room, and there was like this one weird kid. I don't want to say weird because it was weird for this. So it was time to like change after like gym or whatever, and he would change in like the stall, and I guess he thought everyone left, and except for like me and like this other dude. Again, I'm not gonna name names, but he was like the worst person that you ever wanted to like hear you doing something embarrassing. So we leave, and all we hear is. And so we stop. So we're like, yo, did you hear that? And then it stopped once he had heard like someone come back in. So we had pretended like we like left, and then shut like the door, and all you hear is.
That was the.
Yo, you guys know what he was doing.
ASMR.
ASMR. It was like.
No, hold on. Do it again.
Yeah, bro. What's up?
Yo, that was actually accurate though.
If you want Kay to start an ASMR stream on TikTok,
No, so-
just DM him on IG.
No, so I felt bad because, like, you know what he was trying to do with his thing, so I was gonna leave, and then these other two kids who were friends with the kid I was in, like, the locker room came in, and I had left at this point, but all I hear from outside of the locker room was, "Hey, is this nigga beating his meat?" And I ran, I left. I was like, "Yo, I'm not partaking in this.
That is
this nigga
crazy.
That's dirt stuff.
Bro.
How you do it? No, first and foremost.
Beating your meat at school is
And in the washroom.
Federal offense. Lock him up.
Criminal. Criminal. The guy
That's
said,
dirt
yo, I had
stuff.
math, beat my meat, went to science real quick.
Yo, you know.
No, he had gym. It was gym.
You know Wolf of Wall Street, where it's like you'll be stroking it and you'll be thinking about money, bro. This guy was thinking about math, kind of like, oh man.
Division.
Bro, I just got like flashbacks to no context. I'm gonna
Yo,
get
let's
like a bunch of messages like, "Yo, where's the podcast? Yo, if Balesh is
What's
seeing
Balesh saying?
this- Oh, yeah, he's just busy. That's still my guy, bro. I got lunch with him like a couple months back, and yo, we still talk. That's still my guy. We just are busy. I love that guy, bro. I actually love Balesh, like unhealthy amount, but you know, I want to talk about Balesh. Right
Shout out my guy Balesh.
Shout out Balesh.
I remember the.
Brown boy.
Love him.
Yeah, I guess. I love the brown boys. I love my brown boys.
You remember when this man put on a do-rag?
Balesh.
Yeah. At the studio.
Yo,
Man,
Balesh was a character.
Speaking of which, you know what? It's off.
No way he turned off his bike.
How'd I do it? How'd I turn it?
It's a madness
Hold it?
and badness.
This guy wants to talk about
Sorry, little brief intermission.
Yeah, yo. So anyway, we're gonna share a mic.
Sorry, we're sharing a mic. Go back and forth.
It's back. I have the mic now.
No way, do you actually? Really?
It's working. It's
It's
working.
working?
Yeah.
Okay. Live, uncut, unfiltered. We do this. We do this. No editing. But why did you even say Mademoiselle? Because now I'm bringing it up.
Because I thought that's what you were about to say.
No, but I'll bring it up
never
now.
mind.
So we're going to Mademoiselle for a birthday dinner. I don't care if you wear a do-rag to wherever you want. But I told them it's a birthday dinner. Let's dress nice.
You know what's crazy?
Everyone send their fits beforehand. Whatever. Everyone says their fit, but Enoch. So
I didn't send my fit.
I was already. You didn't send your fit. Everyone sent their fit, but you. So I was already a little worried. I was like, all right, whatever.
You were worried?
He'll
I
come
didn't send
correct.
mine.
When
He'll
have
come
you
correct.
ever been worried about me in a fit,
Yo, I was
fam?
like, he'll come. Yo,
I didn't send my.
Was I
I
not
didn't
right
send my
to
fit.
worry?
That's
though?
because like, yo, niggas do
What,
not
yo,
worry
was
about me.
I was right to worry because how come this man pulled up to Mademoiselle?
No, he only sent that message
In
for
a
two
do-rag.
specific niggas.
Fam.
And the two he was worried about was this guy
And Dennis, bro.
and Dennis.
No, but I said everyone send their fits, and when you didn't send yours, that's why I'm like, oh, I'm like, yo.
I was the most communicative in that chat that day, fam.
Yeah,
they
but
were
you,
the.
but you didn't send your fit.
Bro,
That's what it is.
You pulled up in a do-rag.
But you know what it is?
You pulled up
You
in a
are not the
do-rag. You
victim
pulled up
in this
a do-rag.
story.
I'm not, but like.
The guy
And
walked to the door.
Yeah, the man walked to the door, and they're like, you can't wear a do-rag in here. He looks shocked too. That's the thing that got me. He looks shocked. He's like, you can't
No,
wear a do-rag?
Fam,
Like, yes, bro.
The guy- the guy's
like- the guy's
like,
Obviously
You know what's
can.
so funny? That whole fit, it was good. First and foremost, the do-rag went with
The
the
fit
hat.
was good, but
The
why
do-rag
you
went
wearing-
with the hat, fam, and you couldn't even see the do-rag. That was my thing.
No, it was so funny because he
I
I
stalked
lifted
you,
it up.
bro.
That's when he saw it.
He's a capper. You're lying, bro. You're lying.
The guy stalked you and he's like, bro, you can't wear a
Yeah,
do-rag.
did you see his face? He looks shocked. He's like, oh, you can't wear a do-rag in here? Like, yes, bro, you can't wear a do-rag in here. Obviously. No, but what I was originally going to say is, what are your guys' thoughts on bald guys wearing do-rags?
I think it's acceptable.
I just
I
don't
don't
get
know.
it. I don't get it.
So, whatever.
Sometimes you gotta rag it up,
but like,
you know.
what are you ragging up?
You know. Sometimes like man's
what
like
are you
feeling,
do-ragging, though? Like,
man's
what
like
are
feeling
you
the silk
doing?
on their head
I like
and
it.
going to bed. That's what it is.
I'm not
Some of them
bald,
who just
but-
do it for fashion. I don't know what's wrong with them.
It's the same as like a silk pillowcase.
I don't get it.
No,
Like, as your
silk
pillow.
pillowcase actually has functionality. Bro.
Yeah.
I sleep on a silk pillowcase for like skincare.
Yeah.
Like, wearing a
So
silk
maybe they
do-rag
have
and
it
you're
on
bald.
Doesn't make any sense
Maybe
to
they
me.
have
What
it
are
on
you-
your
what are you
bald
ragging
head
up?
for skincare. Maybe they get acne on the top of there. Yo, just
Man,
yo,
so you
let
know-
them cook.
Say,
Yo,
say,
just-
say,
yo,
say,
this
say you
man's
don't
acting like
clean
he's been
shave.
beating on his
Say you
leg.
don't clean shave. Say you don't wax. Say you
But it's
don't
like
lotion
you
your
could wear a
hair.
hat though. Like why a
Yeah, you can
do-rag?
see, you can wear a hat.
That's my
Why
thing.
you
It's
wearing a
like
do-rag if you're bald?
Yo, just let
I don't
me
get
have
it.
my thing.
Am I?
okay?
Wait, is that ignorant to bald people? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like.
No.
Come on.
Don't cancel me, but like how? Like,
So anyway, I was gonna be like every like I was about to turn to like an alpha male podcast. So anyway, let's talk about.
We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
That's wild.
You guys are weird.
So anyway, let's talk about.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. So what do you think a high value man? I can't.
That's good that you brought that up actually, because going back to the mental health thing, we went on like a 15-minute tangent about some random shit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But going back to the mental health stuff, I feel as though a lot of men are discouraged, like nowadays, to even talk about their issues. 'Cause we touched upon that earlier before the intermission, about how most men don't feel as though they could talk about their issues. And a lot of that is because of especially recently, is because of the toxic, misogynistic, high value men podcasts or like gurus out there. Like they have it where they say high value men don't feel this, high value men don't feel that, high value men, oh, if you want to make millions of dollars, you can't worry about this, you can't worry about, bro, what?
Doesn't make sense.
Bro, what? If that's what being rich is, if that's what it takes to make millions and millions of dollars, trillions of dollars, why would anybody want that? Why would anybody want that? Nah, bro.
You're just inhuman at that point, though.
Bro, that
Like you've lost your humanity.
and like to some degree, like.
Do you
now
think
that,
people
like,
care about their humanity nowadays?
No. To some degree, though, like now I'm not by any means, I'm not like rich, but like I am doing somewhat well for myself. To some degree, though, like I don't know, like I kind of somewhat understand, like money really doesn't buy you happiness, bro. Money does not buy you. It makes things easier, definitely. Make things a lot easier, but it definitely doesn't buy you I've come to realize that this year. Like I always thought, like if I had this amount of money, X amount of money, I would like it would solve my issues and shit. If I had got these clothes, that like it'll solve my issues. But like, nah, man, like it's just like and then you look for the next thing to. Then the next thing to try and make you happy, and then you just on to the next. And it's just it'll never be enough. Yeah, no. So before I would always say, no, people are stupid when they say money doesn't buy you happiness.
Money can bring you happiness.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
No, by
It's not happiness in itself.
how it really is if you're not happy within yourself, you'll never be happy with or without money. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
If
That's
you
true.
cannot sit by yourself and like
Okay.
genuinely be happy, sit with your family, genuinely be happy no matter what the situation is, no matter your financial situation, you will never ever be happy. And that's really what it is. And that's why it comes back down to like the mental health, like taking care of your physical health, mental health. That is when you'll see the benefits of like
Health is wealth, man.
exactly.
Health is
As wealth, bro.
man. Men's mental health is health.
Yeah.
Quote me on that. Added like a little text right there.
The more you know.
Health is wealth, and men's mental health is health. Yeah, that's gonna be sick. But yeah, I know. Like again, I really do believe that, like, a lot of those podcasts or those gurus like really do like I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't maybe change some people's lives for the better, because the fact is they do. But like everybody's different, and I feel like that mentality is just. It's good, but it's also bad. Like it's getting to a point where it's getting to be toxic. I do feel as though like, yeah, some guys do need a little bit more motivation to get up off their asses and do,
Exactly.
provide and whatnot. So like the motivation side of things are like the intent that they're just trying to like motivate guys and
But see, like the thing is, when they're talking, they're not talking to everybody.
yeah, like
They're talking to
Yeah,
like a specific group of
men,
people.
yeah.
And when your content gets to the wrong person, it is very destructive.
It's all about how like people like perceive it.
Perception,
Exactly.
yeah, fam. Because if somebody is receiving this information and it doesn't affect their life at all, they're just saying, "Oh, you gotta be a hard body," da 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 da, like,
But
and you're gonna label that toxic masculinity, fam.
feelings. I'm
gonna say that.
It's
It
cool
is.
to have feelings.
Bro, it is.
There's this quote that I heard. It's you can't change reality, just your perception. And
Facts.
and
how-
it's literally
how I took from that was sorry.
Is that? I swear.
Were you gonna say Madara?
Madara from
No,
Naruto said
no.
that. Didn't he say that though?
He has a quote close to that, but it's not
It's
that.
not that. Oh,
That's not where I heard that
I'm
from.
capping still.
That's not where I heard that from.
I'm capping.
But like, what I took from that is like,
I thought it
that
was.
like everybody has a different perspective. Everybody's gonna perceive things differently. Like, and that's, and to me, it's your reality is gonna be your perception, but that does not necessarily mean that like, your point of view is
Everybody
the right
is,
point of
yeah.
view. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the wrong point of view either, though. And I again, so yeah, it's I agree with the idea, not the idea. That's very wrong to say. I agree with like them trying to motivate men and whatnot, but it's also becoming to be very toxic, and their views on women typically most of the time is not the no bueno. It's no bueno. Yeah. Well, the conversation's kind of simmering out.
I mean,
there are a few more things I do want to touch upon before we do call this quits. November 13th is the event. Again, if you can't come, that's fine. We're going to be finishing the event. I think it's going to be finishing on November 14th at 8 p.m. If you can make it out to that, please do. If you can't, then come to the beginning of the event on November 13th at 8. If you can't come out, please just share the link, share the GoFundMe link. If you can't donate, that's okay. Maybe just come out, show your support. Even if you don't run, just still being there, still showing.
Even if it's like 5 minutes, like
support, man.
Showing that you like you're with the cause. That'll mean so much to me. Like, I don't care about the amount of donations. I know I put a $10,000 limit there. I only did that because really, like, I was gonna put 0, but they can't let you do that. And I was gonna put 5,000. Then I was like I don't know, 10,000 just seemed, it looked better to me. I don't know why it looked better to me, but I don't care about how much you donate. The money doesn't even go to me. It goes directly to Movember Canada. So I get none of this money. So if you're worried about that, if you're hesitant to donate, don't be. Again, if you know anybody that would be more than capable of helping out in some type of way, media stuff, like anything,
Even, like, setup,
sponsorships, anything like that, shirts if they want to make it, I'm open to that as well. Just tell them to reach out to me. Anything else you guys wanna touch upon before we call this quits? There's one thing I do want to say. Actually, I just remembered. Sorry. This is unscripted, man. This is unscripted. In December, there will be another event in December. I'll share more details on that. But Christmas Day, I'll give you guys a date already. Christmas Day, it's happening. More details will come soon. But yeah, for now.
Just keep an eye out for Christmas Day.
But for now, I think we're
well.
gonna take our leave. If you did watch this to the end, I apologize for that little intermission and that 15-minute banter. I appreciate whoever watched this video. I don't know where this is gonna be uploaded. Maybe on my Instagram, maybe not. But yeah, please share the link. Please show your support, and I shall see you guys in the coming weeks with more.
Wow.
More details. All right, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
You guys know those YouTubers who go like,
All right, everyone. Now make sure you like, comment, subscribe.